Let's get right into it. Number 10. The IKEA Effect. Ever bought a piece of furniture, spent 3 hours assembling it, and then thought, wow, this is the best table ever made? That's not because IKEA makes magical Scandinavian wood miracles. It's because your brain is basically a narcissist. The IKEA effect is this weird little mental glitch where you overvalue stuff you built yourself, even if it looks like a toddler's art project. Why does this happen? Simple. Effort equals love in your brain. It's the same reason parents think their kids' macaroni art deserves to be in the Louvre. When you put in work, your brain releases a cocktail of self-satisfaction and ownership bias. Translation: I suffered, so it must be worth it. This is memory messing with you in real time. Your recollection of how much effort you put in becomes exaggerated. You think, that was hard work, therefore it's valuable. Even though the reality is, you just tightened 4 screws and stripped one of them. But your brain rewrites history to make you feel like a master craftsman. Basically, your memory turned an Allen wrench into a sword of glory. Number 9. False flashbulb memories. Quick, where were you when you first heard about a big historical event? 9/11, the moon landing, your favorite celebrity scandal. You probably have this super vivid memory. The smell in the air, what you were wearing, maybe even what you had for lunch. Here's the kicker, it's probably fake. These flashbulb memories feel like mental Polaroids, sharp and unchangeable. Except, they're as stable as Jell-O in an earthquake. Studies show that over time, these memories shift, and the details get fuzzy, but your confidence stays rock solid. You'd swear on a stack of IKEA manuals that you remember it perfectly. Because your brain is more concerned with meaning than accuracy. Big emotional events make your mind hit record, but instead of saving the raw footage, it stores the director's cut, edited, with dramatic lighting. Later, when you recall it, your brain fills in gaps with what feels right, not what's true. So yeah, the next time your uncle swears he remembers every second of that day in 1997, just nod politely. His brain is basically a bad documentary filmmaker with an ego problem. Number 8. The Mandela Effect. You ever swear something existed, only to find out reality disagrees? Like that time you knew the Monopoly guy had a monocle, or that Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father." Spoiler, he didn't. Welcome to the Mandela Effect, where entire groups of people share the same wrong memory. Named after Nelson Mandela because tons of people falsely remembered him dying in prison in the 80s, this effect proves your memory isn't just a liar, it's a confident liar. Psychologists say it happens because our brains use schemas, mental templates, to fill in blanks. So if a fancy rich cartoon guy should have a monocle, our minds go, yeah, that checks out. It's like your brain runs on the world's worst autocorrect, confidently rewriting history. And the creepiest part? The more people agree on the false version, the more real it feels. Collective gaslighting, courtesy of human neurology. So yeah, reality isn't broken, you are. All of us are. Number 7. The memory gap filler. Picture this, you're telling a story about last summer's beach trip. Sunburn, sand in places sand should never be, and, oh yeah, that amazing ice cream shop by the boardwalk. Except, there was no ice cream shop. Congrats, you just invented a detail and your brain applauded like, great work, Picasso. This is called confabulation, and it's your memory going, close enough. Your brain hates blanks. It would rather feed you a juicy lie than admit it forgot something. So when details slip through the cracks, your mind fills them in with what should have happened. Sometimes the guesses are small, like adding an ice cream shop. Other times, people insert entire conversations that never existed. Because your memory isn't a hard drive, it's a Wikipedia page you can edit every time you access it. And each time you tell the story, the lie becomes more real. So by the third retelling, that imaginary ice cream shop has flavors, Yelp reviews, and maybe a live jazz band in the corner. Basically, your brain is a lazy novelist writing fan fiction about your life. Number 6. Déjà vu's evil twin. Everyone knows déjà vu, that creepy, I've been here before feeling. But have you met its shady cousin, jamais vu? That's when something you should know feels completely alien. Like staring at the word door for so long it starts looking fake. Here's the science. Your brain runs on pattern recognition. When that system hiccups, familiar things suddenly feel bizarre, like your neurons forgot to RSVP to the party. Researchers think it's a temporary memory glitch where your recognition circuit checks out for a coffee break. It happens more than you think. Writers report it when common words start looking wrong during editing. Or when you repeat a friend's name 10 times and suddenly think, is that even a name? Did I make it up? It's your brain's way of reminding you that the line between normal and surreal is one skipped signal away. Which is comforting, if you like existential dread with your morning coffee. Number 5. The weaponized nostalgia filter. Remember childhood? Everything was brighter, summers were longer, snacks tasted better. No, that wasn't reality, that was your brain putting Instagram filters on your past. Psychologists call it rosy retrospection. Basically, your memory is a PR team trying to sell you on the good old days. Stress fades, happy bits stick, and boring stuff gets cut on the editing room floor. That miserable family road trip? Your brain deleted the screaming and the car sickness and kept the Dairy Queen stop as the headliner. Because nostalgia is survival candy. It makes you feel safe, grounded, and less like a floating meat sack hurtling through space. Your brain goes, let's make the past seem awesome so you don't spiral into an existential crisis. So when you say, things were better back then, just know it's a lie with glitter on it. Your childhood wasn't magical, you just forgot the mosquitoes. Number 4. The confidence illusion. You ever watch someone confidently tell a story that's completely wrong? The details are all off, but they swear it's gospel truth. Fun fact, you do this too. It's called memory confidence bias, where your certainty about a memory has zero correlation with its accuracy. Here's how it works. When you recall something, your brain treats confidence like evidence. The stronger you feel about it, the truer it seems. Except, confidence is just another mental smoke bomb. Studies show that memories you're 100% sure about can be wildly inaccurate, especially emotional ones. That time you're positive you locked the door? Yeah, enjoy that break-in. Your brain basically runs its own sketchy courtroom. Your Honor, I feel certain, so obviously I'm right. Meanwhile, reality is in the back like, no you're not. The punchline? Humans trust confident liars, and the biggest liar is usually your own mind. So next time you're sure about something, remember, you might just be aggressively wrong. Number 3. The rewrite button. Think your memories are frozen in time? Nope. Every time you recall an event, you don't just pull it from storage, you resave it. Like a Word doc that keeps overwriting itself every time you open it. This process is called reconsolidation, and it's why your brain is basically the worst historian ever. Every time you remember that high school dance, you're not replaying the original footage, you're making a copy of a copy, adding new edits each time. Maybe you exaggerate the music, or forget the awkward sweat patches on your shirt. After 10 recalls, the memory barely resembles reality. The creepy part? Emotional context can hijack the rewrite. If you're sad now, you might remember that event as sadder than it was. Over time, your entire personal history can get a mood-based makeover. Basically, your brain is less like a camera and more like a gossip columnist rewriting old headlines for drama. Number 2. The I knew it all along lie. Ever heard shocking news and immediately thought, well, I saw that coming? Spoiler, you didn't. That's hindsight bias. Your brain retrofits the past to make it seem predictable because randomness makes us uncomfortable. Here's the trick. When you learn an outcome, your mind backfills the story to make it look obvious. Oh, the stock market crashed? Of course, the signs were all there. Yeah, except if it had gone the other way, you'd have said that was obvious too. Your brain just hates uncertainty so much, it edits reality like a bad Netflix writer trying to fix plot holes. It's why people claim they knew a relationship would fail or that a game was rigged. Spoiler, they didn't. They're just running a mental scam called, I'm smarter than fate. The truth? We're all fortune tellers, but only after the fact. Number 1. The memory you don't even own. Here's the darkest trick of all. Some of your memories aren't even yours. They're secondhand stories, things you heard so often they snuck into your mental scrapbook. Family stories are the prime culprit. That hilarious thing you did as a toddler? Yeah, you didn't remember it. You just absorbed the retelling like a sponge. This is called source confusion, and it's why your brain is a terrible librarian. It mislabels the origin tag on memories. Was this first-hand experience? A movie scene? Your cousin's story at Thanksgiving? Who knows? Your brain sure doesn't. Over time, these borrowed memories feel real. You can even see them vividly in your head. Your neurons basically run deepfake software on your childhood. And when someone challenges it, your defense is, I remember it clear as day. Which, as we've established, means nothing. So yeah, part of your identity might be built on stuff you never lived. Sleep well with that thought. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.